It's mail time.
It's like a Just Blaze.
Yeah, Swiss Beats and Just Blaze collabo.
Blaze. Just Blaze on the beat.
I'm waiting for Hov to jump on, man. Yes.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another edition of Mailbox Monday, brought to you by Mercer County Works, where we are here today during your lunch hour to answer all of your career questions during Mailbox Monday. I am your co-host, Duncan Harrison, here with my main man. Please, brother, tell them who you are.
I'm the other co-host, the other 50%, from Qatar, but by way of the U.S., your man, Jay Tyler. Peace and blessings to the universe. Ultimately, peace and blessings. And we just lucky to be here today to shed some knowledge for you. So, Duncan, we should just begin. I want to really answer this question because I think a lot of people want them to get jobs, right? We want them to get the work. And this question is about getting that work. And when you do get the work, what do you do about it, right? So I'm excited today.
Definitely. Let's go ahead and get right into it. I'm starving.
Without further ado, let's do what we came here to do. You dig? Let's go. Sir. All right. So the question, Dunk, this is from Tim P. Right. We don't give last names out here, right? Mercer County is not that big, you know what I mean? So we don't give last names out here.
Right. 300,000
but
people.
You know what I mean? But Tim P wrote to us about landing a job in COVID, right? It can happen, right? It does happen. Mm-hmm. So shout out to Tim P for landing this job, IT
Congratulations,
job.
Tim. Congratulations.
Yes. So let's jump right into the question. So he emailed us, by the way, you can email your questions at mailboxmonday@mercercountyworks.com, right? So that's where Tim P landed his question in our inbox. Yes, so he said, "Dear Mercer County Works, I have been blessed to land a new job in the COVID era while I'm working remotely in IT role.
Nice.
For this job, I want to do something different. I want to create a plan of action to get some small wins in my first few months on the job. So what do you recommend I do in my first 90 days? Tim P. All right. That's a great question. And
Definitely.
that's wonderful that he's even thinking about a plan of action. He's not just going in there, willy-nilly, right? He actually has a plan of action. So, Dunk, what do you think about that question? And maybe you want to jump it off a little bit for that first 90 days.
Definitely. So, just to get right into it, your first 90 days is probably, the most important transition when you're entering a new career, entering a new office space, meeting new employees, right? Because as they say, first impression is everything, right? So, this is the opportunity to kind of make yourself or break yourself, when you get in that office. And trust me, I can tell you stories that I've seen people, come into the office, get caught up in office culture, but, did not have the relationships that they needed to survive that office culture. And, as soon as their 90 days came, they were looking at the front door, so you have to make sure that, one, when you first enter to a workplace that, you know where you're going. But listen here, Tim, this is what I want you to do. I want you to do 5 things, right? I got a 5-point plan for you. As my main man, Alex Bethea, former city councilman in the city of Trenton, would say, I got a 5-point plan for you, right? So the first thing I want you to do, Tim, is one, I want you to prepare yourself, right? So don't jump right into that new role. Step back, take a break, right? Take a week off, going from your previous job to your new job, right? Relax, get some time off, clear your head, allow the transition team at your new employer to kind of begin and prepare their onboarding plan for you, right? Because you also want to give them some time to build that in as well, so you can take some time to prepare and take charge of your new role, right?
Right.
Second thing I want you to do is once you get in there, right? So, once you go into this new office space, into this new world of work, I want you to match strategy to situation to accelerate your learning, right? That's very important. That when you come in there, that you have to have a strategy. You have to know what the situations that not only your downline is looking at, but your upline, right? So managing up is very important, and you have to accelerate your learning, right? Don't get caught up in that one way of thinking. That's very important. One of the worst lines, well, the two worst lines that you can ever hear is one, that's because the way we've always done it, and two, I'm with the government and I'm here to help. If you ever hear those two things, definitely, make a beeline for the door. You can also look up to utilize the STARS model, which I'm not going to go too deeply into depth on the STARS model, but STAR is just an acronym for startup, turnaround, accelerated growth, realignment, and sustaining success. So definitely look that up as well. 3, in your new role, you have to secure early wins, right? So you have to create a compelling vision to build your personal credibility. That is very important. You need some credibility in that office. People need to know that you are not playing on and off the field, because if you come in soft, as KRS-One would say, you lost. Okay, so you have to build some personal credibility to start improving, organizational performance. 4, very important, office politics. You got to create alliances, right? Along with that credibility, you have to create alliances. Don't think that your authority is enough. Don't think that because you're a supervisor or you have some position that authority is going to get it through. You have to create some alliances and build with other individuals. Don't get caught up in the drama. As my grandmother would say, as the kids, save the drama for your mama, right? It's okay to know who's who, but don't get caught up with that. Create your alliances, know where to go, know who to call. That'll make you a very strong and effective employee in your new position. Last thing that I need you to do, number 5 of the 5-point plan, accelerate everyone, right? So if you have supervisors, it's very important that you develop high potential leaders, right? So the way you're going to actually make that credibility is by making individuals around you stronger. That is very very key to leadership. When Justin and I were doing Position U, we used to do this one workshop on leadership, and we used to line everybody up, and we would ask the crowd to pick the person who they thought was the leader in that group. And most of the people would pick the individual that was all the way out in front, and say that person was the leader. But when in actuality, it was the person in the middle who was actually making those people around him stronger. So those are the 5 things that you need to do in your first 90 days to be a strong employee and to accelerate your growth, in your new place of employment. That's all I got for you, Tim.
Yeah. Tim P., I hope you're listening. I'm in the microphone. I hope you're listening, right? Some jewels been dropped right now. So really good stuff, Duncan. And I want to shout out Dr. Umar, because he would say, after Duncan would say what he said, facts.
Definitely.
Right. But great job on that, Duncan. I really believe in a lot of it, and I think we kind of cross-reference some things after I go down my list as well. I also have 5, maybe 5A, depending on what you want to look at it. So I'm going to go through it a little bit as well. I think it's important, what Duncan said, to actually come in with a clear mind, clear mindset, clear conscience, just come in and refresh and relax. I think that's important. But also, too, I think it's really good to be social at this moment. So you're going into your IT job. You want to get to know people, introduce yourself. People need to know who you are and why you were hired, why you were there, what your focus is. And so you want to be able to, borrow people's time. You want to be able to take advantage of that time, because you're new. They're going to allow you to get into their space. They're going to allow you to answer more questions. They're going to allow themselves to help you a little bit more. So take advantage of being a newbie in this environment, and just be a sponge. Soak it all in, right? Soak the information in. You're going to need it in the future. All right. Right. Second thing is set up meetings. So I don't know if if Tim is a manager. I don't know if he's entry level. I really don't know. I have no clue. But what I will say is that you need to align with people. Alignment is the key word, right? So you need to align with your superior. What are they expecting of you? What does success mean to your manager, right? How are you going to manage up? Those are very important things. If you can manage up, you're going to have a long stay in your career. Trust me on that one, right?
I agree with
that one. Align with the people you work alongside with. So you're going to work with some people in different departments. So how are you going to make yourself valuable in those teams? Because a lot of times it's not about who has the most knowledge. Sometimes you just want to work with the person that you work with the best, right? That you like the best. You're going to work with them. So be likable and just kind of figure out who you're working with and their skills and their flaws so you can help fill the gaps and be valuable. Other than that, is just aligning with your direct reports. So whoever's below you, and not below you in terms of like rank and status and life and all that, but just individuals that you manage. Okay.
Right.
What do they need? What can you do to make their lives easier? How can you help them see their role in a large picture? Okay. You got to give them that motivation. You got to get that buy-in from them because they're going to make the magic of the system that you run. All right. So that's very important. Again, third thing, my mom always say this to me all the time. When I was young, I talked too much. I was emotional. I had a lot to say. I was getting in people's faces. This is how I was.
Look at you, emotional.
Right. I was you emotional, right? You a beta, right? Whatever they say nowadays. But no, like, when I was young, that's how I was. So now when I was getting older, my mom used to say, Justin, you got 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. You got to listen. You got to listen, right? So take a chance to listen, journal, take notes of this experience, right? Understand what's be asked of you, understand your feelings, understand what's going on. Remember names of people that you're meeting. Remember what they do, something different about who they are. And at the end of the day, you also have to learn how you fit in the bigger picture, right? Or as Loaded Lux will say, the large picture, okay? Mm-hmm. Get organized. I think Huey P. Newton, the Honorable Huey P. Newton always said, get organized, right? So you got to set a blueprint up for your best habits, okay? You got to be able to get rid of the bad habits, right? You're going to have some bad habits from your last job. So now you got to be able to, clean the cupboard, right? So those are important. And one last thing I want to say, Duncan said this already, so I'm not going to go through this. He said, plan for some wins. That's true. Right. The other thing is, at the end of the day, you're supposed to ramp up so you can work independently, autonomously at the end of the day, okay? So again, use that time in the beginning as a newbie to understand what's going on. But at the end of the day, you're supposed to be able to work independently, so that you can get your own job going. Because at the end of the day, not everyone's going to have a lot of time for you to keep asking them questions, to keep bothering them. You're going to have to ramp up quickly and show like you can hold your weight and that you're valuable and why they hired you. So that was a lot, but I'm really want Tim to succeed. I know Duncan really wants Tim to succeed, but that's some of the line items that I would look at in terms of what a 90-day successful blueprint looks like.
Definitely.
What do you think, Duncan?
No, I think that was awesome. And I think that, what's also important is that don't drop the ball after 90 days, right? So most people, 90-day probationary period, so, they put on, their best effort during those, first 90 days. And after 90 days, they turn around and become a completely different person. Don't do that, right? Because if that happens, you'll lose all your credibility. And you don't want to do that, right? Something that you work so hard for, right? You want to continue to accelerate and you want to continue to grow, right? So after your 90-day plan, definitely you want to continue to plan for the next quarter. So, Tim, just keep pushing. 5 points, that simple, get it done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, get her done, right? I don't know who said that back in the day, but it said get her done, So you got all the tools. Yeah, Tim, and plus, listen, we are for you in Mercer County. So if you have any questions, come holler at us. We gave you free game here, but I think you're gonna be good, man. We're just happy for you to get a job in COVID because I think that a job in COVID sounds like it should go together, right? But I'm glad it does go together for you. So.
Definitely. Mm-hmm. So congratulations. That's all I got. Yeah. Tyler, you got any more?
I'm good. Let the man cook, man. He's ready for his 90 days. Let him cook.
Yes, sir. Well, once again, thank you for joining us for Mailbox Monday. Please make sure you like, subscribe, share. Definitely check us out on YouTube at Mercer County Works. You can also check out our Facebook page. We post job daily on our Facebook page at Mercer County Works, as well as you can go to the job board, www.mercercountyworks.com. Thank you. Have a good lunch. Peace.
I'm here to tell you about Mercer County Works. This premier job site solves a problem I think most of us have. The job market is competitive. There are many jobs everywhere, but real job opportunities seem few and far. This is Mercer County Works. It's a job site exclusively designed for you. You can apply for jobs like any other job site. Yet, the difference between Mercer County Works and other job sites is Mercer County Works contains jobs for Mercer County and surrounding areas. Job seekers like you can also benefit from resume and career assistance to rise above the competition and land the interviews that you deserve. Whether you are looking for six-figure jobs, remote positions, internships, or freelancing roles, you can apply confidently for career opportunities in the area. How does it work? It's simple. Visit www.mercercountyworks.com. Search for jobs in the area. Apply for career opportunities that interest you. Not really satisfied with your resume? Then click on the Upgrade Your Resume button on the homepage to get career advice and have a professional resume writer review your resume for free before applying for jobs. On this job site, all career opportunities, supporting job seekers, recruiters, and employers with their diverse job needs. Exclusively designed for you. Real jobs, real resumes, real results.